Welcome to clickmeproject.com. Okay, this is our product title for the big data analytics in mobile cellular networks. Okay, so this is our abstract for the big data analytics in mobile cellular networks. So here we'll discuss about the mobile cellular networks. So first of all, the mobile cellular networks have become both the generators and the carriers of massive data informations. So the big data analytics can improve the performance of mobile cellular network and maximize the revenue of operators. In this paper, we introduce a unified data model based on the random matrix theory and machine learning. And here we present an architectural framework for applying the big data analytics in the mobile cellular networks. So moreover, we describe several illustrative examples such as the big data analytics as the big signaling data, traffic data, and the location data, and the radio waveforms, and big heterogeneous data in mobile cellular networks. So these are some different types of mobile cellular networks processing we will analyze. And finally, we discuss the number of open research challenges on big data analytics in the mobile cellular. Okay, so this is our architecture for the big data analytics. Here we will describe our data to the data browsing as choose some particular data sets will be loaded, and finally the data will be clustered. After the clustered, the data will be classification. So the clustered and frequent data is to be passing the different routers. This is the router informations. This router informations is finally stored on the HDFS server. The HDFS server with we will processing our big data concepts. Okay, so this is the flow diagram for the big data analytics in mobile cellular networks. So first of all, always I'm Z with here this is the data informations to be processed. So this is the load data set. The load data set means different set of attribute based create and the data set will be loaded into the database. And so after the data set will be loaded, it's going for the pre-processing stage. The pre-process means, and suppose the data set has to be any row or column is to be null, to be remove the null values or unwanted data to be removed it's called a pre-process. So after the pre-process completed, the data is going to be clustered. For the separation, it's called a cluster. The clustering means after the data is clustering, it's going for classification. Classification means here we will different set of machine learning algorithms using to be classified our data. For example, more than one classification support vector machine, linear regression, Naive Bayesian. So these are Naive Bayesian, linear regression, k nearest neighbor, optimized k-means clustering, Cantor GT. So these are some classification algorithms to be used. So these are some classification algorithms or any classification algorithm used to be frequent data to be finding for frequent data. So after the user to be view the data, so these are some particular data is to be going for the routers, multiple routers. Okay, this is the router information. So this router information is to be sequence data is to be processing for the routers. This is the different set of routers. So the data is passing to the routers. Okay, so after the routers passing data, the data is finally to be stored on the nodes. Okay, nodes to be passing. Finally, the data is stored on the HDFS server. So server is called HDFS. So after the HDFS data will go into the processing the MapReduce. Okay, so finally the users access the data. Okay, now the demo section is start for the big data analytics. Okay, so this is our home page for the big data analytics in mobile cellular networks. So go for welcome. Okay, so let's go for next process. Okay, so this is the big data analytics. Here file chooser choosing some particular data sets. Okay, so go for desktop. So product 29 data set using the network.txt. Okay, so this is our process. So go for next. So this is the loading data for the big data analytics in mobile cellular networks. So this is the pre-process. Okay, so go for next clustering. So this is the clustering process for the big data analytics in mobile cellular networks. So now what is the before clustering data? Okay, So this is the whole data information for the before clustering for the big data analytics in mobile cellular networks for the networking data. So do not select. So after the clustering, so the results are clustered. So these are some here. I'm using the different types. For example, before clustering. Okay, so this is the I'm taking the networking types. Okay, the network types will be the mobile, computer, system and mobile. So these are some networking types. These are some subtypes. Okay, so after the clustering data, here I'm choosing the types as networks, mobile, computer, system. Okay, so now I'm choosing the mobile data. Okay, so now the mobile data will be clustered. Any record is do not overlap 24 to 16. So these are some mobile networking data to be processed. So here I am choosing the different types of clustering data as is called mobile, computer, system. These are some clustering data. So now I am choosing one of the clustering data as mobile. Okay, one of clustering data is mobile. So now the mobile data is displayed. So I go to the clustering data as networking. So the networking data is to be processed computer. So the computer type is to be processed. Go for next. Here now we will classify our data. So always said with here we using different set of classification algorithms. It's called machine learning algorithm. So here I'm using the Navy Bayesian classification. Navy Bayesian is the one of the supervised learning methods or machine learning techniques. It's mainly used for data classification. Okay, so I'm using the mobile network based data types. Mobile is the one of the clustering data. So the clustering data based will classified using for Navy Bayesian classification. Okay, so this is the mobile. So this is the computer. So this is the count for 4 computers data to be processed. Okay, now I'm taking the network. So another types of sub classification means we using the types of data. For example, the system type has two types. One is the email and the one is the broadcast. Okay, so this is the sub clustering data. So the sub classification data. So the results are classified. So these are some types of the cellular networks, femtocell, Wi-Fi, broadcast. These are some mobile information data. So I am choosing the cellular networks. Okay, so the reclustering. Okay, always said with. So the network type is mobile. The type of the clustering data is mobile. Mobile is one of the clustering data, and the cellular data is the one of the sub classification data. Okay, so view. Okay, so this is the different set of classification. This is the different data set based on processing our data. So this is some informations to be specified. So you all go for next. Okay, so this is the different set of attributes based. Okay, the source and destination data is the size. So this is the different set of attributes based data classifications. So now the data will be classified. Okay, now we will finding the frequent data. So after we will the frequent data to be stored on the some particular routers. Okay, so this is a file uploading process. Okay, so I'm choosing the file tabs. So choosing the files, for example choosing the data set. Okay, so go for our process. This is the location path. So this is the data set is called city.txt. Okay, so this is our file path. So confirm the files. So proceed. So this is the file name as city.txt text file. So this is the file size. This is also. So this file information is going for data owner. So the data owner is to be splitting the files. So here we will do not perform manually. So when I am choosing the type of file, it will be performed automatically. So the number of lines is 23. So the splitter files is 8. So the 23 lines is to be splitted for 8. So every file has 3 lines. 8 3s are 24. So 23. Okay, so the access file. So the user file is given to the data owner to split the files. So selecting for nodes. So this is our one of main process. Selection of nodes is called a routers. So I am choosing the total number of routers data is 50. Okay, so this is our routers data, is the number of routers. Splitted files is 8. So mode selection. So this is some random data to be processed, file transferring. Okay, so the number of files is 8. So the node will be replicated. So the replication files. Okay, so this is a data replication node. So the number of files is 8. To be the node replication node will be processing. So the text file, go for next. Okay, so the some files are assigned to the some particular nodes. Nodes to the network controllers. Okay, the replication of files, number of files 8. Nodes. Okay, so the files are assigned to the controllers. So go for next. Files get from the data owner. Okay, so this is our original files for the desktop cd.txt. So the original files is 8. Splitted files is original is a single file splitted for the 8 files. Okay, so go for next. So this is a request for files. Okay, so this is a authentication. a.txt. Okay. Okay, so this is the valid file name. So verify. Okay, so this mismatch is the because here the not user. Okay, so view the file content and finally the file download. Okay, so finally the file is download file. So this is the source. Browser destination. Destination means product 29. So this is our product 29 is our destination, browse destination file. So the some particular file is to be download. So this some file is to be download. So this is a performance graph to be specified. Okay, so next the file is going to be stored on the HDFS server. Okay, so now the files are stored on the HDFS servers. Okay. Okay, so click to run as Hadoop. So Hadoop. Okay. So the big data process. So this is the big data processing. So the file is stored on the HDFS server. Okay. Exception. Okay. Okay, so again choosing the files. Okay, so this is the file selection. Okay, so this is the file selection process for the file is stored on the HDFS server. So this is the refreshing. So this is the DFS locations. Okay, so choosing the path. Okay, so this is our file selection path on HDFS is Hadoop MapReduce system. So the file name is networking, so network. Okay, so the so this is the DFS locations for VMware. So this is a MapReduce system. So okay, logs. So this is the history. I am referencing history 3. Okay, so this is our files. Okay. So this is our data. So this is our data. So the data is actually stored on the HDFS servers. Now we will go for MapReduce data. Okay, so go for MapReduce data. Okay. Okay, so this is our networking file. So the files are stored on the HDFS server. So run on Hadoop. So choosing the files. Okay. So wait for some, it's take for some times. View clear. So it's a connected success. So waiting for map and reduce data. Okay, so this is the map and reduce process. For the map and reduce is to be processing. Okay, so the files are successfully stored on the Azure server. So the map and reduce data is to be processing successfully. So now the demo is finished. Thanks for listening.